All right, welcome back to the course. And in the previous section, you should have gone through to Printful and looked a little bit more at the different products they offer. So hopefully you have an idea of what kind of stuff you might want to put designs on. So now comes the fun part, I think, coming up with different designs. I think there are lots of different ways to come up with ideas for designs, but in general, I think there are two different directions you could go with a little business like this. One, I think, is much more artistic and kind of based off of just things that you're interested in, and the second is more well-researched and trying to do something based in a certain niche. The second option, I don't want to say that it will make more money or would make more money, but you might have more opportunity if you're doing a lot of research and picking a specific niche to put products in. So if you're doing this just as a means to create a good amount of money, then that might be a better option for you. If you're like me, or if you're just someone that wants to dabble in this, then the more artistic way might be a better fit for you. You can test out different designs, different ideas, kind of test different niches if you want, test out different sorts of art, different sorts of products, and then move from there. So it really depends on kind of which direction you want to go. Either way is fine, and you can by all means kind of try both at once. So first, let's cover the kind of artistic direction. So if you want to go that direction, I would say think about things that you're interested in, think about things that your closest friends and family are interested in, and try to make things like that. So that could be similar to what I'm selling in terms of inspirational quotes, or it could be cool photography, photos you've taken or photos friends have taken that they're happy to let you use, or it could be cool artwork that you've made or that you want to get made. So those are all, I think, a bit more in the artistic, kind of just doing this for fun route. Now the other option, like I said, could make more money, no promises of course, is going within a niche. So what I mean by that is doing a little bit of research, finding stuff that you think is selling well, and deciding to make things that fit that niche. So what you can do, I've personally never taken that route, so I can't really give you any recommendations for niche research tools. You can use different tools available from Google or from other places online that do niche research in general for you, but it may not be as useful for Etsy. So it might be worth looking into if Etsy provides any tools for that, or if there are third-party apps that work with Etsy to do different niche research. Basic ways you can start is using things like Pinterest and Etsy itself to do some basic research. So taking even a look at the home page, see what's popular, see what they're advertising. That's most likely stuff that is popular. So if you can make stuff similar, so some of this is of course personalized to me, but you can really still use it to do some basic research to see what might sell well. So you can do things like going into main categories, see what they're advertising on the main page, just to get an idea of what kind of stuff people are buying. And then beyond that, a really easy way to go is looking at things that are popular right now, which Etsy shows kind of automatically in its search. So things like St. Patrick's Day is a great way to go, things that are based on events or holidays, things that are based on things like specific occupations like nursing or the military, stuff, especially for quotes and inspirational things like that, typography-based artwork is a great option to go. If you're going to do niche-based stuff, you can put that stuff on t-shirts, mugs, whatever. If you want to still create art or photography or patterned things, you can still do a bit of research to fit into niches. Things that come off the top of my mind are things like cool mandala patterns or vintage-looking stuff. There's all sorts of different directions you could go there. So just looking at this, I already have a good idea of different things I could create if I were in a place wanting to create a new store. You know, I see things like this cool pattern, I see things like, you know, these cool dots, this cool kind of decor paper thing, different things there, you know, this kind of typography. There's a lot of different options. So definitely take some time to do your research if you want to create that sort of thing. The great thing with Etsy though is that you can create a bunch of different stuff. So if you want to try stuff within one niche and also try stuff within another, you can do both at the same time. You don't have to limit yourself. Now, further on, if you do create a store around and have a lot of success around one or two different products, it's probably worth just going within that niche. But by all means, try as much as you can and see where you go. So those are the two different routes I would recommend looking into or thinking about when you're trying to decide what kind of stuff to create, whether you want to do the artistic route and creative route, or whether you want to go the more well-researched route. Both options are good, and you can try both at once, to be honest. So good luck to you with all of that. If you have any questions about either of those, please let me know. I'm very happy to help. So in the next section, we are going to be covering how to make these cool ideas you are coming up with come to life. See you there.